Alright, we are back for round 1. I lost the die roll and unfortunately that hand is not so great. I can cast Unexpectedly Absent, which should buy me time. But the fact that I'm missing 2 lands to cast that and 2 lands to cast that. I mean, I could keep that, but I think I will mulligan, especially on the draw. I think I can get a better hand. And 3 planes is pretty much the worst mana I could get. I have quite a bit of dual lands. I mean lands that I can produce 2 mana, and this just feels quite clunky, and I think I can do better. This is, I think, slightly better. It's not great, but it's slightly better. The opponent also mulled. I will definitely put that on the bottom, and my opponent choose to put a card on top. Alright, and they are also playing blue. Alright. Venser is not the worst draw. It's not great, but it's not bad. Good news is that I can cast a lot of my spell, except for the double blue spells with that, and I just need one more island to cast more things. Chromatic Lantern was an awesome top deck. It means I can cast turn 4 Confluence or Venser. It means that my mana is fixed. It is just great. So best case scenario, my opponent tries to play a 3-drop there, I remand it, and then I can just freely play my Lantern. But they will be passing the turn. Interesting. I think I will run the Lantern, and if they have a counterspell, it's slightly annoying, but they might just not counter the Lantern too. And not doing anything doesn't seem great. I also have a bunch of ways to deal with things on the battlefield, so I don't feel too threatened. Like, if they were to play a Planeswalker here, I have some answer to that in my deck, so I think it's fine. And I think I will just run Elspeth there. I mean, I could just stay back with my counters, but the opponent is not doing much. I have a ways to bounce permanent, so I mean at least creatures. Yeah, I think I'll go with Elspeth, honestly. Again, if they have a counterspell, it's slightly annoying, but I don't know. It's just a feeling thing. I don't think that it's right to just stay there and do nothing. And if they counter Elspeth, it is fine with me. Like, sure, I don't care about that too much. Alright, you dissolved my Elspeth. No problem. I'm fine with that. Sometimes it's right to just not do anything and play defensively, but here I don't think it's like my opponent. It seems like my opponent doesn't have much to do, so I'm fine just casting things. Here I will just cast Venser. And again, if they have a counterspell, fine, they have a counterspell. I can live with that. Alright. And this is a threat because the ultimate comes rather quickly, and I should have untapped something. I was not thinking. I was thinking that this would enter the battlefield untapped, but this is quite threatening. All right, Lingering Soul is pretty annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Confluence is kind of an answer to that, and unfortunately, I cannot kill tokens with Venser, but not much I can do about that. Alright, so let's think about that. Is there a way for me to... I can keep remand available, that's for sure. So... I think I will just kill 3 tokens there. One is gonna be left, but it still means that Venser is gonna be ticking up. Actually, all my lands can produce any mana, so I can have pretty much whatever I want available in terms of counterspells. I mean, I should have played my land first in case they add the Manatis we saw, or the... yeah, that was wrong. That was definitely wrong. To not play my land first, so that was a misplay. It did not matter, but it could have mattered, so it was fairly bad. Alright, so I guess my opponent is attacking Venser, but as I mentioned, Venser is still going higher and higher, and I have 3 counterspells back up, so I would assume that I might just get to ultimate that. If they cast something that casts more than 3, I will remand. I mean, I might just not care about that, but Flicker Wisp. So they can flicker my Venser, I guess. They can also use it on my Foundry. I think I will just remand that. Like, they don't have the second blue to cast it back, so it seems like a good trade to me. And Flicker Wisp is threatening my Venser, so yeah, it seems like a fine play to make. Do I want to do anything with my lands here? I don't think so. I think I will just exile that and pass the turn. Don't think that using Face Feathers on the token makes much sense. And Secure the Waste is actually does not make me able to block the Spirit token, so it's not great either. I would assume that my opponent will try to cast a Flicker Wisp again here. And this time I will just forbid it. Actually, counterspell it. This way, if they don't play anything else, I can keep forbid in my hand and maybe use it later on. I guess I could have Face Feather Spirit so I could make sure I can emblem the Venter, but I think it's pretty bad. And you know, I don't mind waiting one more turn actually. So when I have that many counterspells in hand, don't think I want to secure the waste there. Council Judgment. I might just remove that from the game, not because it's threatening or annoying, but this means I can ultimate Venter with with still one while still keeping it onto the battlefield, which is quite valuable. And actually, I will Face Feather that because I can also it means that I can ultimate Venter and save it. And it also means that if I save my Venter, I can actually move the Face Feather to something else later on. So feels like a fine play. I could have done that already, but I would have had to kill my Venter, so to ultimate right now. So I think waiting was fine. A Snapcaster Mage. No problem, I think. Now the question is, should I keep Forbid available, or should I just secure the waste to protect my Venser? Since I have a No-Ring, a Face Feather, and a Concealed Judgment in my deck, I don't think it's very likely that I have another way to easily deal with Venser. So I think I will secure the waste. And I think if we resolve the Venser ultimate, we should be winning this game. They might have a counterspell, that could be an option. Again, I should have actually just put one token to play around Manatees and Force Spike. So again, I think this might have been a slight misplay. But nothing happened. And the opponent just conceded to Venser's ultimate. Alright, well that was... I guess that was a control mirror. So my opponent is playing the more tempo-y version of blue-white control, I would say, with Enter the Battlefield effect. Lingering Souls is quite annoying. It's not gonna be something easy to deal with for me. So it's pretty good for the opponent, not so good for me. But there's not too much I can do about that. I could side in some creatures, I guess. Don't think I want to do that. Is there a spell that seems not so great? I'm not a big fan of Forbid on the draw. If I know that I'm on the draw, which I will be. Maybe Manatis is slightly better on the draw. Other than that, especially when I could really want to counter early things, since my opponent does have a tempo deck. And in general, Forbid is a better card than Manatis, but I think in this matchup, on the draw, Manatis should be slightly more valuable. Other than that, I don't think there's much I want to change. I think I'll keep the deck this way for now. And if we go to game 3, I might side in Baneslayer Angel. Like if my opponent see no creatures and remove removal from its deck. I mean from his or her deck. This could be an option. I haven't seen any artifact or enchantment that I want to remove. I don't think my opponent is aggressive enough to make me want to play Goldmane. And yeah, again, 3 mana counterspell I think are potentially quite risky and bad on the draw. So I will not go with that for now. And I might change up things if we go to game 3. Alright, that seems like a very solid hand. I don't have my red for Electrolyze, but hopefully I'll get there. And Electrolyze is actually a solid... nope. It's not an answer to Lingering Souls, but it kind of deals with that in a way that you deal with 2 token and draw a card, which is... You deal with half of their card and get a card, which is not the worst. Alright, Legacy's Allure. Well, I don't mind that. And I draw Sulfur Falls, that's great. Yeah. That's the reason why not playing any creature is so great. He can steal a Secure the Waste token, but I will probably make more than 2 of these, so... And even if I only make 2 tokens, we would already be trading cards, so... There is that. Remand is also actually an answer to Lingering Souls to some extent. Ooh, that's threatening. Don't like that at all. Secure the Waste can kinda answer this. Alright, well, Seagate Oracle. So if I play Seagate Oracle, they will, I would assume, steal it, so they can attack with the Geist. Or they might not steal it, but either way I can produce 3 tokens next turn, so even if they steal something and have 1 removal, I will still have 2 tokens to kill the Geist. So I think it should be fine. And if they want to steal my Seagate Oracle, I'm fine with that, so I think I'll cast that. And... I think Face Feather is a slightly better option than Chromatic Lantern. I do have fixing for most things except double white spells. And I should be able to get a white off my Foff. And Face Feather is just such an amazing removal. Alright. No... my opponent is not willing to steal that Seagate Oracle. I would assume that they are just casting back the Geist, which is fine with me. I just hope that they don't have the counter for Secure the Waste. Because Geist, since I'm not playing any Wrath, could just straight up kill me. Because if you are not playing any creature or Wrath effect, this card is fairly lethal actually. Alright, blue was not the best draw. I think I will play my Sulfur Falls. And most likely pray that my opponent does not have a counterspell for my Secure the Waste. Yeah, I could just die to the guys. I guess I have the Council Judgment that can deal with it. I do have that. And last game I was talking about playing around Manatis, but Manatis is actually in my deck. But I think Force Pack is also in the cube, so still made sense, I think. Alright, let's try to get rid of that thing. Hopefully this will work. Ah, they have the counterspell. Not good, not good. The combination of Geist and the counterspell put me in a really bad spot. Alright, Venzer. Alright, this is not as bad as it could have been, I guess, but it's not good for me. Control magic. Interesting. I cannot really steal the Venzer because if I do that, they can just take it back with Legacy's Allure, and I don't have any good blocker next turn. And I would assume that if they had a hard counter, they would have used it already. So yeah, I think I will just pass the turn here and pray that they did not have a hard counter, and that they will not, and that they do not top deck one. Yeah, guys, is definitely a problem. I do have a few answers, but not that many answers, and yeah, it's not really a card that I wanted to face at all. Master of Wave is another serious problem. I guess Secure the Waves kinda answered that too, but yeah, things are starting to go pretty poorly for me here. Let's FOF and try to find answers and stuff. Alright, well, I do have white, which is good. Not sure how my opponent will split that. Kind of like Elspeth. I can just put token, which are answers to my opponent tokens, and if my opponent wants to attack with the guy so they can kill Elspeth, I'm fine with that actually. Unexpectedly Absent does not do a whole lot given this board, so I don't. That seems like a weird split. Like, what does Unexpectedly Absent do? Like, it's not good on. I can target guys, it's not good to use on Venzer, not good to use on. I guess I can use it on. Actually, yeah, I forgot about that, but if you kill the Master of Wave, all the token dies, so there is that I pretty much forgot about. So let's say I take Elspeth, make 3 tokens, they steal the Seagate Oracle, they attack with everything. I can block 2 here, 1 here, 1 here, and then I straight up die. So I pretty much have to deal with the Master of Wave actually. And oh, actually I can steal it, right? Oh, it's elemental creatures, not elemental creatures you control. Yeah, I do have to get rid of the Master of Wave actually. Alright. Jace Belleran. Alright, sure. Things are not looking good this game. My opponent just play more and more threats each turn. I don't think I need more cards, so I think I will just discard Jace here. Maybe Venzer is, I mean, maybe Jace is just more valuable than Venzer anyway. I think I don't really want to draw a card or make my opponent draw cards, so. I just hope that they don't have much more in hand. Otherwise, it's definitely gonna be trouble for me. Yeah, Master of Wave was a solid top deck for my opponent, that's for sure. Teferi. Alright, well, I do have to make a choice here. Teferi is another thing that I really did not want to see. So let's say I make 5 token. Then they steal my Seagate Oracle. I can double block here. Block 3 of these. take 14 and not die. Alright, and then I have Phase Feather as well as Control Magic too. Alright, alright. So will my opponent attack with everything? It seems so. Alright. This attack is fairly weird. It kind of feels that they have a blinking effect on the back for Master of Wave. I need to keep a decent amount of blockers for the Geist, but I don't want to take too many damage. I feel like this is fine. Reflecting Pool is pretty good. Another white is definitely something I can use. What should I do? I kinda wanna steal the Teferi, but they can steal it back with Legacy's Allure, so that doesn't seem like the best trade. I could Phase Feather Legacy's Allure, but they would just sacrifice it so I would not gain the life and steal one of my things, which also seems pretty bad for me. So I don't actually have any solid play here, I think. As sad as it may sound. Venzer is not doing much. Yeah, Teferi is really an issue, but I cannot steal it because of Legacy's Allure. I guess I could unexpectedly absent Legacy's Allure and then steal Teferi and be left with a solid board position. And then if they try to blink the Master of Wave, they will not get that many tokens because I will have Teferi and Legacy's Allure will be away. That seems actually that might be the best option actually for me. And if they want to sacrifice the Allure to steal one of my crappy card, I'm fine with that too. Yeah, I think this is the best option for me. Not an easy game to play. That's some interesting turns and interesting plays. Not sure what the opponent will do. Still the Seagate Oracle. I don't mind that. I mean, it's fine. And now I will steal a Venzer. I guess let's give them one devotion to blue. But I don't feel too bad here. If they have a removal for Teferi, I can still double block Geist and take. I might not be able to double block. Yeah, I would take 13 if I double block Geist, so things are not great. If they have a removal, it's not gonna be good for me, that's for sure. A repeal on the Teferi. Alright, well that's pretty much a removal. They should attack with everything here. And am I dead? Am I straight up dead? Because if I double block here, I take 5. 13, so I cannot do that. So I need to block like that. And take 6, 11. Yeah. That doesn't sound very good for me. Sword to Plowshare might be enough to save me, maybe. I think I need to Phase Feather Venzer though. How much mana do I have? Oh, I don't have enough to play. I just have 8. Slightly annoying. Venzer is so good at, you know, removing the Seagate Oracle from the game and getting it back to me. Now if I do that, I only have 3 mana left. And I die from the angel. I mean, not from the angel, but from Venser. Yeah, I think the only thing I can do is facing that, which doesn't seem good, but is pretty much my only option. Go back to 5. Sword to Plowshare the Angel token, go down to 2. Electrolyze to try to draw something. And most likely die in the following turns. Yeah. Don't think there's a way out for me here, but you never know. Alright, go down to 2, I guess. And my opponent has a Teferi in hand. Yeah, when you have to Face Feather a Venter and to Sword to Plowshare, ugh, that's not good. I guess I have Electrolyze, so it's not the worst too. It's pretty bad, but we've seen worst. Alright, let's kill 2 tokens. Alright. Yeah, that's really here that you see how important Wrath effects are and how bad it is that I don't have any Wrath effect. Council Judgment is a sorcery, so I don't think I can actually come back in this game. I will steal, and Face Feather does not give me enough life if I don't have an answer to the Geist. I don't think there's a way out, but let's see what I get off the Oracle before conceding. Yeah, Judgment is sorcery, right? Yeah, it is. Pretty much what I was thinking. Let's say it, well, even if it was an instant, I would not have survived the 2 spirit. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I think this game went, well, I was on the draw, so I was a bit behind tempo-wise, and my opponent pretty much played the worst things. I mean, the more annoying things they could have played against me, which are Geist, Teferi, and Master of Wave. Do I want to change up things? Definitely don't want to put creatures in my deck when they are playing Legacy's Allure. Control Magic seems great in this matchup. Fire and Ice great. I think in general this should not be an awful matchup for me, but last game did not go very well. Alright, again I'm not too thrilled about Forbid in this matchup. So yeah, I think I'll submit this. If I had shown my open Manatees, I would potentially side it out, but here, since I don't know about that yet, I think it's fairly valuable, even if I'm on the draw. Alright, I definitely want to play first, and this hand is fine. It's not great because I'm lacking white, but I do have a Scry and a turn to remand, so I can appreciate that. Also, Negate is probably decent. Can put that on the bottom, and hopefully I will not die to early stuff. Sword is fine if I can get a white at some point. The reason I kept that is because I have a Scry of that, probably a card draw of remand, so in theory I should be able to get a white rather quickly. I really don't care about that. I could negate it, but I will not even bother negate it. Like, I don't think it's a good option at all against me. All right, Sacred Foundry is great. And I can just pass the turn, and now I have a bunch of answers to whatever my opponent might want to play. And Legacy's Allure is not doing anything against my Planeswalkers, so it's completely fine. But they will not do anything there. Oh no, never mind. They have a play. A Wall of Omen. Sure. Yeah, those are really cards that I don't care about at all. Mystic Confluence is not bad. Now the only thing I want is just basically draw our lands. Draw lands and Planeswalkers. If I draw any land, I can Mystic Confluence into more cards, which is most likely gonna end up in, you know, me getting some sort of Planeswalker. Unexpectedly Absent is not bad. If my opponent chooses to not do anything, I can Unexpectedly Absent the Legacy's Allure. Venser. Well, it's an easy Manatee's target, I think. And I can still keep things available. So, very fine. If I had the 3-mana counter here, it would be much worse because I would not be able to keep up a counterspell available during my opponent turn. Alright, something is happening. A Brago. I think I will just remand that. I don't care about it too much, but... Land, please. No, no land. Ugh. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. I think I will run out at Ajani Vengeance, though. It's slightly annoying if they play the guides, but I do have Council Judgment, so I just need one white to be able to get rid of that. So it's not 2-2 training, and having a Planeswalker onto the battlefield puts pressure on my opponent, which I think is really important. If they play Brago, I don't care about that. I have thousands of answers to that card, so I just hope it's not a Geist, but it looks like... No, it's Brago. Alright, no problem. Fine. I drew a Plains, which is probably was one of the best draw of my entire deck. Alright, now I think we are in very solid shape. I think I will just O-ring the Brago right away and keep Negate and Sword to Plowshare available. Alright, things are looking great. We have an Ajani ticking for us against not much, thousands of removal, Negate, Mystic Confluence. That sounds like a very good start for me. Just need to make sure I play fast enough to kill my opponent in time. Gideon, well, that's an easy negate. Ooh, Venser. I don't mind that. Don't think I will play it though. I think I'd rather keep Confluence and my things available. Venser is not doing much. Yeah, Venser is definitely not doing much given this board, and keeping my things available seems just better. And if my opponent chooses to not do anything, I can just draw 3, which sounds like a good option. But I would assume that they will try to do something, because Ajani Vengeance is not something you want to let on the board, basically. A Fleeco Wisp. So they could draw a card off the Wall of Omen. They can also reset Ajani. I think this is good enough that I will draw 2 and counter unless they pay a 3. And that might just be the end of the game. Because now my opponent is really in true trouble. Unless they have a counterspell, obviously. Which they did not. Because next turn I can Armageddon just on their side. And I will just keep Counterspell available there. I could cast Gideon Jura, but if I can Armageddon next turn, I think they lose. So Snapcaster Mage. Alright, sure. Tapping out for a Teferi. Well, this will get countered. And now I will unexpectedly absent the Snapcaster. And this should be end of the game. Yeah, why not? So how do I win this game the faster? Yeah, I think I should just Armageddon my opponent, play Gideon, and this should kill my opponent. I guess I can steal Gideon with Legacy's Allure actually. Yeah, it does work. But I will just cancel Judgment the Legacy's Allure before I attack, so that should be good enough. Alright, I'm voting for Legacy's Allure. And they removed their own wall for some reason. Not sure why that what that was, but yeah, that should be game. Alright, sweet. Good old control deck. Let's cast Venser. Target these. Make Gideon a 6/6 creature and beat down. And unless my opponent does have Pass to Exile, I don't really see how they could beat me. And even if they have Pass to Exile, they would need to deal with Venser. Oh, they do have Pass to Exile. Jeez. Alright, I need to really play fast and make sure I can kill my opponent in time, but 5 minutes seems good enough. I mean, it should be good enough. Alright. Let's do this. Let's ice the planes during upkeep. Alright, this game is not over. I might just time out. I will keep the Lantern in hand to have a target to exile thing with Venser. I mean, to have a spell so I can exile thing with Venser basically. Shadow Mage. Alright, sweet. So I will control magic that thing. Oh, I should have Ultimate Venser first. That was stupid. That was really dumb. No reason not to do that first. Alright. Well, whatever. I don't think this should matter, but I just... yeah, alright, the opponent just conceded. But I should definitely have Ultimate Venser before stealing their thing. I was a bit... impatient. Alright, so I was slightly worried about me timing out, but this will be game. I hope you enjoyed the match. If you did, feel free to leave a like or subscribe, and I see you guys for round 2.